point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe feet.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they finally put it into this return. That ball is all the way down to 37. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
To kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting... And he loses the football a second time. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up second down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to take.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Bills have recovered. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
As Sanders has it poked free. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good...
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts. He's still fighting forward. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now Allen. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But it'll be 2nd down. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Intended for John Brown. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going deep for Brown, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Going deep for Dibb. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills head on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all the great preparation and great like they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 77 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Bills defense, they make their way back out there. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing pretty good. It's Ferguson. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Don't give him stuff. Don't give him stuff. That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hurts. Dancing to his left. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
3 plays and out.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here now Roberts. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. In each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. The 20. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That'll be caught. Rager with it. The 30, 20, 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going and got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, he's ridiculous. Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Let's go, this is it. This is why you practice.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.